whole world I wait for this. I make the beat chop up.
Monday nice and decent people. Manners and respect from all over the world. Big up everybody. Thank you all for joining us on BBK Sports for your football update. I value your time, so thank you for being here. Who had the worst results of the week of match week 29? What a shakeup. This is the kind of match week we've been waiting for in the Premier League. A match week of consequence. A match week where one team drops points and another one takes advantage of it. A match week where everybody said this team is going to win hands-on. No one thinks that team can win, and that other team doesn't win. I'm talking about what happened at the Molineux. Man, we got a lot to get into today. We have some rivals tears to drink from, all the way from Brighton and Hove Albion. You know, some saltiness coming from Fabian. Brother, we know we play shit football. We know we're hard to watch. It's your job as the manager of Brighton to fucking do something about it. You're upset that Arsenal are wasting time. About go ahead first, score. Because if you score, we can't waste time. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? I'm not even gonna start on the rant. Let me big up the massive and the crew, everybody in there. Big up everybody. Listen, get all the goddamn legends. Uncle Views is in the house already. The doctor, you know, man like Darren, the general upon the ground. Mateo in the building. The girl them man. I tell you, the girls, them sugar. And the doctor, you know. And just a little history lesson, yeah? Dr. Seymour Butts. Beanie Man, the artist, the king of dancehall. Before he was called the king of dancehall, he was called the doctor. That was one of his monikers. Just a little Thursday morning dancehall history lesson for you. But big up the doctor, man. Big up Unai Emery is in the building. Yes, sir. Everybody. Defense win titles. I think you're referring to the thumbnail, but we'll get into that. We're talking about what's going to prevail, Arsenal defense or Man City's attack? Because Man City did go all-out attack yesterday, people. Yesterday, that man deployed Rodri in a lone six, which he is a bad boy at. That's where he cooks. That's where Rodri does his business, in the six, as a lone six. And around him was 5 attacking players. Bernardo Silva is a classic CM, but he attacks more than he defends. He's an attacking player for all intents and purposes. And then he had what? Cherokee and Haaland and Semenyo and Foden. That's 5 attacking players. And drew the game after going ahead twice. That's how many times is it, Pep? Twice. Meanwhile, stinky Arsenal, clean sheet away, and shit house a win. Which will prevail? 12 more banana skins, 12 more of the stinky performances. It turned into 11, and now it's down to 8 people. And the question we always ask is, are you ready for 8 more weeks of that? Ready or not, here it comes, because it ain't getting no better. The attack ain't clicking. There are literally people in the spaces right now talking about the Arsenal when the attack clicks. Oh my goddamn. Ah, Jesus. Turkish. On the Big Six. I don't know if it was on the Big Six or on the loaded cannon, but Turkish is a monster in this YouTube space, a general in the streets, in these YouTube streets, and he's highly respected as the Arsenal content creator. And his levels of respect went up when he left the Mutant channel and went and started doing his own thing. But I'm hearing Turkish say shit like, when the attack clicks. I'm like, brother, it's match week 30. We've played over 40 games in all competitions. It ain't gonna click. At least not in the Prem. This is what the fuck it is. 8 stinky performances that we have left. And if we get away with the 8 George Graham S1-0s, fair play. We're Premier League champions. More dappins going through the streets, the YouTube streets, man. Big up, man. Man has not respect the joints. The real legends are out, man. The big bro is, hey, man, big up, me Jenna. Doctor, man like James Bond. Man has no respect. Big up to Wahaha, man. The Man United ambassador. Good. You know, as it seems like there's a whole lot of um a banter for Man United. I'm like, it's cool. It's because we've been waiting to crash it on them for a minute, right? I picked them to lose to Crystal Palace, but they did the business there. Don't care about red cards because red cards have proved to be inconsequential now. You can win with 10 men. Big up Everton. Big up Newcastle. It seems to be us that can't fucking function when we get a red card. But that's a different story. But yeah, I'm hearing you remember when we lost to Villa? When we lost to Villa in Matchweek 15, and the club was running the PR talking about it's our first loss in 18 games, what everyone's panicking about. It's the same vibes that I'm getting. It's Eric, this is his first loss in 10. What's everyone panicking about? People are not bringing up warning signs that, hey, this game wasn't really good. They got over the line. They barely won this one. None of that stuff matters. The win's the win. You know what I mean? But I'm here to chef it all up. Brighton coach crying. Where was the backlash for him? Anything Mikhail talks about, he gets bored. And the thing was, right, I can agree that the football is terrible, but bro is pretending like this is news, like he's breaking. You know what he sounds like? He sounds like Jurgen Klopp after Atletico has beat him in the goddamn Champions League. I prefer not to fool that. And what does him and I said German Klopp, but that's where I was going with that. He's German, goddamn Klopp is German. They think teams are supposed to play. They want teams to play. Man, fuck off. And in his head, he might actually believe that if Arsenal opened up and played football, he could have beaten us. Like, bro, what are you doing now? Most teams that open up and do this other shit get pumped. So Mikel was actually doing you a favor by letting you have the ball and inviting pressure on, because inviting pressure on is how we drop points to Stadium of Light versus Wolves, Villa. We've dropped points giving teams the ball and sitting back. So the strategy is what has frustrated us and irritated us as Arsenal fans. You know what I'm saying? And speaking of, there's a reason why Brighton are 10 or 11. Okay, all the other teams that have opened up and played football against you and beat you, like Liverpool is beating you. They don't park the bus. They fucking play football. Villa put 4 past you. Palace, a whole bunch of teams. I don't even know Brighton's fixtures, but I know the man has taken a plethora of losses against teams that were playing football. So what is he on about? Like, seriously, bro. Only losers complain after a loss. Had he won the game, he wouldn't say shit. You know, when in my line of work, when the promotion list comes out with the CW4s, you know who complains about it? The people who didn't make the damn list. Only the losers complain. So you don't want to complain? Win. In the NFL a couple of years ago, Chad Johnson. I don't know if you man know Chad Johnson before he converted to Ocho Cinco. He goes by Ocho now. He's on the nightcap with Shannon Sharp. He was, before you could actually do celebrations in the NFL, when the NFL was boring, he used to have the maddest celebrations. So the league would crack down and throw a penalty flag for excessive celebrations. And Ray Lewis, big up to Ray Lewis for this. Ray Lewis, I don't have a problem with that boy celebrating. You want to stop him from celebrating? Don't let him score. So if you are that hell-bent about Mikel's tactics, about wasting time, I'm not the one to defend Mikel. I don't even have to put that disclaimer out. You man know me. But I'm not going to have some pussy old manager who's at Brighton talk about come play football as if, brother, we beat you 3 times this season. That's the 3rd successive loss, both in the damn cup. 2 in the league and 1 in the cup. That you're at Brighton where there is no pressure, where you can lose 6 goddamn games and no one will care. You can't lose 6 games at Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, hot seat. There was a time when Graham Potter was at Brighton when they lost 6 games, no one cared. And he thought it was hot shit when they started to play good football again. Then goes to Chelsea and ruins his career. These little mid-table managers sometimes talk too goddamn much. You know what I'm saying? Big up to Flybree. Yo, big up. Bring on this thing. Let's win this thing. Let's go for it. I'm here for it, man. Big up to the assembled. Love. Yeah, City has a crazy attack, man. They have 4 forwards in the front. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We can play a stinky game and win 1-0, and it was a stinky game, no denial there. Or you can play beautiful football like City and have a pretty draw. Yeah, that was a beautiful draw at home to Forest. We packed Forest 3-0 when they came to the Emirates. Ethan in that game was cooking. Zubimendi scoring a screamer, maybe the damn goal of the season. But a beautiful draw. Now, there is a balance that you can find between shit football, good football that's sustainable. Mikhail hasn't found that yet. He probably will never find it if you ask me, but it's there to be found. But there is a gap there. But there's a gulf in the expectations between Arsenal and Brighton for you to come in your press conference and go on a rant talking about I will never be that manager. You say that shit now, but make that move like your predecessor, Graham, and move to a bigger club and think you can just play Brighton football. Open suicide football where you're losing 4-3 when you were up 3-1 with 89 minutes on the damn clock. You know what I mean? You got to be assembled for the numbers count. We got 10 likes, and how many watching? Do I need to hit the notorious BIG? Come on with the likes, people. Come on, motherfuckers.
Come on, motherfuckers, come on. Come on, motherfuckers, come on.
Come on now. We're in a good mood. At the top. We're at the top of the Premier League, goddammit. And we must enjoy the ride while we're at the top. Or we'll get accused of not being, real fans. Real and true. But at the top, it's just us.
At the top, it's just us.
And the topic is just us versus them. Yeah, that's essentially what it is. Fuck the rest of the Premier League. Now, we look down at the bottom of it and we see like, oh, shit, we hope that Tottenham get relegated. And no one will care about the facts surrounding the context of how they get relegated with the injuries and all that shit. We just need you to go down. We need you in the championship. And when Spurs go down, we win the league and Spurs go down, I'm putting money that they don't even win the championship and come right back up because all those players are going to leave. And I'm here to tell the Tottenham faithful that damn James Maddison, he is not who you want in a battle. That boy ran and down tools on Leicester City and left. And Leicester went down. And Leicester came right back up the following year because that team had some ballers in it. He just quit. And that's who they're going to depend on to bring him back up. Shit. Big up, man. I see big up to Chronic Weed. Oh, jeez, what a name. Chronic Red. Chronic Weed Red LFC. That's a mad name, Just for that, you have a name like that, Loretta. Oh, God. Smoke the herbs. Smoke the herbs.
Smoke the herbs, the herbs, the herbs, the herbs, the herbs.
We lick the chalice and make it go so. Who never lick a chalice? Take a trip down to Bubba Camp. I met the Rasta man. I'm sure you're off to deal with the thing. Yep. But big up to man. We got up to 40-something people in the building. Appreciate you being here. Thank you for your time. Don't take it lightly. Man, that's not respect. Big up to Guna Regan. Where we at? Let me catch up to the chat. Can't let the chat get away from me. I'm going to channel my best version of Uncle Views and try to keep up with the chat. Big up to Ranceroni, a.k.a. Bro Views. And admin note, people, I'm sorry. The Bruce Banana has been postponed or canceled. It won't happen today. Apologies ahead of time. That would have been a barn burn. I couldn't wait to hear what Jezza and the legend that is Shano had to say today. But, life be lifing. So we'll see you next Thursday for another Bruce Banana. But unfortunately, there won't be a Bruce Banana. But we will be over by Rashid for the uncomfortable conversation at 7-ish. I think my times be all over the place. Big up, man. Mateo say Morgan Rogers, Alvarez, and Tonali would be crazy. I know you see the links to the guy. What's the guy? The guy that Elliot Anderson that just did City. His name is being thrown around there, and I'm like, damn. I know, wonderful player, top player. I know AJ been calling for him for time, but negotiating with Sugarnakis is difficult. I see his market value is like £50 million, but double that dealing with Sugar would be absolute madness. We'd have to sell Havertz. Yeah, we'd have to. Yeah, definitely. I'm willing to make that trade right now, Darren. You know what I mean? 6 years still talking about the attack. With this coach, get a grip. Anytime we score loads of goals and play attacking football, the next game the players get neutered. That's a wicked way to put it, neutered. The attack is neutered, brother. Yeah. That's wild. But yeah, it's 4-1, and then it's 2-1, and then it's 1-0, and then we'll see another big performance on Saturday, right? We're keeping the Wigan energy for Mansfield, right? We're looking for a big performance and a big result. Yeah? We agree. We're not looking for a stinky 1-0 against the League One side. Don't even know if they're a League One side or League Two side. The only thing I know about Mansfield is that Russell guy, because he has Jamaican ties. I don't know anything about them, man. You know what I mean? Well, big up to Mr. Cousteau. Manners and respect to you, my G. Appreciate you being here. Joanne say this guy had 5 goals. This guy has held 5 goals, 0 win against us this season. I don't know why he's going hard against. There were the chests for Brentford. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Brentford moved to him. Let me just goddamn. In all fairness, I don't even know why I'm treating Brighton like the Big Six, where them men waste time pretending like they give a fuck about Toby, which is gonna be what they do today. Later on in the Big Six. But yeah, I'm looking at Liverpool. You lost 3-0. Liverpool played football with you. You lost that 3-0. Villa beat you. They played football. Palace beat you. Goddamn Fulham. That man played football, bro. Playing football is not what you wanted. You've held 3 L's this season. You are not the messenger. And fuck what you heard. Sometimes the messenger should get shot. Sometimes you should shoot the goddamn messenger, because sometimes the messenger itself believes in the message and they're full of shit. Big up to the world champion. Brian has gifted 5 memberships to the channel. My God, what a legend this guy is, man. Big him up, Brian. Brian, I hope you're good, man. I know you said you were taking care of, that special person. Don't want to put your business out there, but I hope they're doing well and getting better and all that stuff. But just for this, my friend, you get a round of applause. Big up, man. You're far too kind. Far too. I'm not even sure I deserve this type of love. But big up, man. Appreciate that, my G. And let me get caught back up. Become a victim of of Brian's kindness. Man, big up to Chronic, man. Chronic, we're just going to keep it short and say Chronic. That's a mad name. I love it. You were playing We Gonna Make It yesterday. I was going to play that. That was snuck in there deliberately. Like I'm saying, bro, I have a playlist ready, my brother. You know what I'm saying? I have a bad boy play. When I believe, when it comes to fruition that this Premier League title is ours, I will not say we're winning the league, but there will be signs. And there will be signs when the Bujuba done drop me all I walk like a champion. Champion, we are the champion. Hey, listen, there's going to be a lot of C word being mentioned when trophies start to go in the bag. You know what I mean? Big up to Flybury. Chad Johnson, my guy. Cincinnati is my hometown. Rah! The Cincinnati Bengals, Brother, Chad Johnson, TJ Hushmanzada. What was that quarterback name? Carson Palmer, who one of the best throwers of the football that people will never. That boy went to USC back in the day. Yeah, that Bengals team was good, man. Back in the mid 2000s, and Ocho Cinco was in his prime. But big up, Flybury. Look at that, man. The community, the world is small, very, very small. Yildiz. I'm still holding some pause on Yildiz, because of the Serie A tax, if I'm being honest. Did you see Arteta's response to the Brighton manager? He gave me a try. I didn't, because Arteta comes off as still cringe, so I don't watch the press conferences. You know what I mean? But we always talked about there are too many nice guys in the Arsenal teams. We need some assholes. We need some dickheads. We need a guy who would run a red light. And that's what I saw from Nkapie yesterday. Nkapie run up to that motherfucker and was like, shush, shut up, man. Why are you talking? Be quiet. I'm here for. I think Benjamin White would have done the same shit. Like Benny Blanco has some shit housery in him, you know. Yeah, man, shut up. But Chronic said he loved Yildiz at Liverpool. Baller, like I hear it, but there's something about that damn league I don't trust. I've seen too many guys from that league come over here and shit. Well, attackers. But I see guys who were mid in the Premier League go there and look like world beaters, man, like Anguissa. Anguissa was no world beater at Fulham. He goes to Napoli, looks like a completely different player. Lukaku, McTominay, Pulisic is what they call him at Chelsea. He went to Rome and looked like, you know what I'm saying? So many examples. Lookman was shit at Fulham, was shit at Everton, goes to Atalanta, earns the move to Atleti. I don't trust that league. Not yet. You know what I mean? Big up to BX Gunner, the Collie King. Why does that respect me, G? Murillo, yeah? Nobody is allowed to talk shit about Arteta but us. And here's the thing, right? People think that just because I hate Arteta, I'm just going to let man talk shit about the club that caused me so much pain. Nah, brother, we keep the energy consistent. What you should be wary of is people like me, people like View Shane. We cook our own club and our own manager. So when your shit manager do some fuckery, he's going to get it. Oh. You know what I mean? And I get the two big theme boots, brother. Like, chill out, Fabian. You sound like a sour grape complaining about a team that just beat you. It's the same shit Klopp did after Atletico beat them. I'll never be that manager. I choose not to play football. Well, they just beat you over 2 legs. And that's what you're on about. Watch Arsenal play entertaining football versus Leverkusen. They will. Because Leverkusen will allow it. And you have 2 legs. You know, Champions League, Premier League are completely different, isn't it? So when people were bantering Arsenal 2 years ago when Bayern Munich knocked us out the goddamn Champions League when they were having a shit league in this shit season. You lost to the worst Bayern Munich team ever. I'm like, shut the fuck up. They were bad in the Bundesliga. In the Champions League, they're still Bayern Munich. You know what I'm saying? Harry Kane was in that damn side. Joy to Everton. It's a real possibility. And I did say this yesterday, Yomi. I said, I'm not playing the music yet. I'm not announcing that I think we're winning the league and none of that. Now it's back in our hands fully. That I can acknowledge. But this comment, right? A draw versus Everton and they win, and it's right back to 2 points. I'm not doing the 7 points clear thing. We're 4 points clear. That's what I'm rolling with. That I'm giving them the 3 points for their game in hand. Even though that's rich coming from yesterday. But still, I also went out with the comment saying that I don't think we're going to win this league until Man City implode or start dropping points again. Yesterday, they started to drop points again. Now, one more fuck up out of them, and I might believe. You know, if they go to the London Stadium next week and let Nuno do a number on them, and then we do the business against Everton, we could have a different conversation. You know what I'm saying? There are Super Mikel Arteta posters being printed right now to be mailed out. I know Cape is gonna buy one of them. Hey, Biggie, bring it, BB. That's my Brooklyn kid, isn't it? You know, Brooklyn is home. It's a far cry from where this guy lives down in in the Sunshine State, down in Florida. Big up to Guna Rican. Murillo not needed. You know, Mikel loves him a defender, you know. Big up to Ozzy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Not another damn defender. Not while they're attacking. The attack has to click. You know what I mean? I got a fresh blunt, fresh pair of J's, and it's sunny outside. Blessings. Oh, you mean? Man, brother, you got your blunt and your thing. Oh, you mean? Go ahead. Go on with it. Go on with it, BX Gunner.
Finally, the herbs come around.
The high grade strictly I grade. BX Gunners days just be smooth sailing, stress free. Even with the Arsenal stress, man, just mellows out. Yeah, that's the good life, you know what I mean? Living the good life. The herb. Hey, look at that, man. Big up to man like the Waffle Don. Aye, brother. I just don't know why he's talking mad spicy. We were not even of your concern. He's won like 3 games since December, but want to talk spicy again because he know he would make news. If he said this shit about Chelsea, that shit wouldn't. But you know what? Normally Sky Sports will take a snippet of a manager's match reaction. They played the whole shit. Like a 5-minute monologue. Talking about if anyone in here thinks Arsenal was that, they're probably Arsenal fans. Yes, there's Arsenal fans in Brighton, motherfucker. There's Arsenal fans all over the world. We're a big club. You see any goddamn Brighton shirts outside of Brighton? You need to go sit down somewhere. You should get. I'm even gonna break out the slap button. Big up Brian, man. Big him up, man. Appreciate it. W's for Brian. Nico Paz is the one. Ooh. I don't know. I get the Cesc is coaching, and I trust Cesk's judgment as a player, and he looks like he's doing the number as a coach. But I'm gonna apply the same logic that I just can't. There will be exceptions, and there always have been exceptions for a league that's bad that produces good players, yeah? But there's this Bundesliga tax is real. Like the Serie A tax is real. I've seen too many of them, man, come and flop the shit to bed. Okay, good, man. Big up. Now that you said it, I wasn't comfortable saying it that it was your mom, but thank you, man. We're praying for you and your family, my G. I'll big you up, man. Nico Paz going back to Real Madrid, probably, Argentina. Yeah, them kids, they grow up wanting to play for Real Madrid, didn't it? Everyone in Brazil, Argentina, all of South America, they just dream of, hey, I get to Real Madrid, Barcelona, I've made it. Yildiz ain't leaving in Juve. They've got their own project. Juve won that league for 11 years straight? And then got the rug pulled out from under him by Inter and Napoli and shit. Brighton manager the same age as JV from the Gooniverse, more or less. Yeah. So when he sits there and say, I will never play this way or play this type of football, I'll be like, brother, you haven't managed anywhere, bro. You can't manage and play. You can't manage Brighton the same way you manage Liverpool. And his inexperience showed in that press conference. Like, right now, let's chill out for a bit. What you should be wary of, Arsenal have a 7-point lead and we lost the 8-point lead. And there lies why I say the assembled. It's gonna take a Man City implosion for me to believe or be convinced. Because many moons ago, I think it was Joins who said it's not gonna be this 11 to 13-point gap that we would need to be comfortable. This Premier League title race is always going to be a 3 to 9-point gap. That's what he said. And big him up for that because it's proven to be true. And he said this months ago. I remember reading that comment when I was on the road doing road shows for Christmas. And here we are in March. And it remains to be true because it's gone from 9 to 2 to 4. It's 3 to 9. It's not going to get any bigger than that. So I need a Man City implosion before I start getting giddy, before the dopamine hits me. Even if we're 7 points clear with 1 game left, Mikhail will still mess it up. They'll see out the game. Monster, he showed up. He was here last night because I did stream yesterday. But I don't know. I don't know where Monster is. Monster has to hold some corn, Hey, man, easy BX Gunner. Big up to Blacks. Big up to Blacks, man. Where's the fallout? The fallout is Liverpool possibly not playing Champions League, which is why I wanted Monster here. Just like, and it's funny how these comments line up. Yeah, where's Monster? Because we're looking at like, brother, can you imagine? You imagine a world where Liverpool not play Champions League football after the summer they had. reigning Premier League champions the summer they had. That's huge fallout. What do they decide to do? They move away from slot. But you go to Wolves and lose, but Man United kind of left the door open for them. Right now, it's us and Man City. Between Villa, Liverpool, Chelsea, and Man United, those slots are going to fluctuate. But yeah, I'm glad we're away from that mess. But right now, we're just looking at it's just us and City in it. Never believed in that Villa project. We've asked these men many times, do they think Haaland, Lamine Yamal would flourish in an Arteta system? And they pause and think about it. There's nothing to think about. If you have one of the best attackers in the world, you have one of the most clinical strikers in the world, and you think that they would struggle in our system, then our system is fundamentally flawed. Your system should be getting the most out of your best players. Any team that Lamine Yamal and Erling Haaland walks into, they're two of their best players. So they would come and we wouldn't trust that these guys would get 20-something goals a season. Imagine Erling Haaland comes to Arsenal after scoring 20. That boy's been on 20 goals since like December or some shit. And I think he has 22 or 23 goals now. Like he scores 20 goals in his bad seasons. Your regular striker scores 20 goals and they want to renegotiate their contract. Erling sleepwalks to 20 goals. And we think he would struggle in our system. Why? What's the why? The why is because our attack is just, that's what we're going to have to lean on. That's why it's in the thumbnail. Our defense versus Man City's attack. Because our defense carried us to 3 points, and their blistering attack yesterday took them to a beautiful draw. Are we okay with that? I think we are. We had feels to get OKC. You know what? Wahaha. I was watching this game last night, and I'm saying that son of a bitch does get a lot of easy calls. There's a reason why I say if the Knicks get to the NBA Finals, we can beat anyone except these lot. Because Jalen Brown, or not Jalen Brown, the Jalen guy, the one that didn't even play. Like shit, man. We can beat anyone except OKC. They're too deep, and it is what it is. It's like we will get by the Pacers back in the day as New York Knicks that we run up in Michael. So even if we get through the Eastern Conference this year, we're going to run into SGA, and it's going to be long. Sheldon said, like Taryn loved to say, Arteta will snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. Sabotage March is hearing us, man. We either going to march our way towards the Premier League title, or we're going to run from that motherfucker. But this is the month, yeah? This is the month leading into Matchweek 33. Because there is an international break. There is a pause there for us to sit at the top of the table. Send all our guys to international duty. Hope they don't get hurt. And if you're Arsenal, you have to deploy, whatever, activate some dark arts off the pitch. You do the dark arts, the dark arts on the pitch at Brighton and all these other places. Do a little bit off the pitch now. When it comes to the international break that's coming up. Brazil's already qualified. Gabriel, stay your ass here. Martinelli, you can go. Gabriel Jesus, you stay your ass here. Martinelli, you go because you want to get into the Brazil squad because Rodrigo just did an ACL. Gabriel, you're in it and you're fit. You're playing heavy. You don't need to go do none of that shit. Odegaard, you can go. Send him. Send Odegaard to Norway so he can work on the synergy and chemistry with him and Erling and all them something there, yeah? But we need some dark arts. Zubimendi, Spain's already qualified, yeah? Yeah, stay your ass right here in London. Get some treatment, get some rest. Last thing we need is more you fucking tired. Even Mikel. Oh, my God. Can I share this? The community is goated. People, don't think because we're a small community we don't make sense. We talk football because we know this shit. And it's crazy, right? That the shit that we talk about here daily, for time, all of a sudden now I'm seeing major outlets starting to run the stories. I'm seeing this morning on in Spaces. If I can share this screen real quick. Arsenal FC News. Don't know how credible this is. But read this, people. I'll read it to anyone who's not looking at this screen. Mikel Arteta must find the right time to utilize Christian Norgard to ease the workload off Martin Zubimendi. Oh, my God. What a piece of madness. How long have we been saying this, people, in this community and to the rest of them lot? We've been told to shut up. Mikel knows better, right? But now it's popular to say. Everyone with eyes can see that Zubimendi is assed out, tired, can barely walk. He is slow when he's not tired. He's barely faster than Marino. He's not a speed demon. Now it's popular. Now it's in mainstream media that he needs fucking minutes. We are not crazy over here. Dude, your eyes will not lie to you. We've been playing football, coaching football, involved in it for over 30-something years. We know what we're talking about. Mikel must do something he hasn't done yet. Yeah, what he hasn't done yet is rotate the damn squad. At this point, I'm not sure that boy knows what rotation means. But we're not crazy people. Your opinions are valid. Do not let them gaslight you into thinking that you are a crazy person for saying what you say. You know what I mean? But yeah, that was painful to watch my Knicks get punched up. I didn't love it. You know? Brian says, every player is available for the right price. Hey, how much you want for Cole Palmer? How much you want for Cole Palmer and Caicedo? Because there are players who are unsellable, you know, in all across all sports. Because I don't think there is any amount of money that Saudi can come with that would make Barcelona sell Lamine Yamal. I think Vinny has a price tag, you know. I don't think there are a few exceptions to that. Big up to Proper Chels, John _ Proper Chels. Come on, you go. Oh, Jesus. Now I'm confused as fuck. I am as confused as a lesbian eating a hot dog. Like Proper Chels. Big up. Come on, you Gunners. Big you up, my G. Thank you for being here. But that's Gabrielle in the profile pic, but the name says Proper Chels. It's mad. That might be the same Proper Chels that was in Views' chat this morning. I was watching and shit. Was silent listening on the Views this morning. Big up. BBK, it don't bear thinking about, bro. Slot out now. I think the Champions League can save his job, no? But if he wins the FA Cup and has a good Champions League run, that's enough. Liverpool won the league and went straight into a transition, which is difficult. It's very difficult to do, right? When you go from the style of football that won you the league to a completely different style, like the heavy metal football was a problem to play against. You know, this version of Liverpool with Ekitike and Gakpo, it's kind of easy to play against. Like Szoboszlai is a heavy metal player, but McAllister, I think Gravenberch could be a heavy metal player as well. He has Gini Wijnaldum vibes, but Luis Diaz, even Darwin Núñez, those are heavy metal players, and I think you went away from your identity for a little bit there. And it's going to take some time for them to catch up. Lamine Yamal is not better than Gabriel. Gabrielle, I'm not hearing it. Gabrielle to the world, you know. I hope Villa gives up on the league and just concentrate on the Europa League. They should, right? They should make that conscious decision. And this conversation right here might sound crazy and hyperbolic, Brian, but I guarantee you that in a boardroom somewhere, they have discussed this. We need Champions League football next year. And if we try to get it through the league, we can lose both the league and not do well in the Europa. It's a conversation. And if you are going to bet all your chips on the Europa League, Unai Emery is your man. He is Mr. Europa. And I say that with no disrespect because that's difficult to do. He's won it with what? 2 different clubs? Got us to a final. With that squad, had no business going to Napoli and winning, but he got to a final. So I'm here for it. I think that Villa should seriously consider that. Need San Antonio to take out OKC. Yeah, because we beat San Antonio in the NBA Cup. And I'm not saying that the Knicks can win like I take any other team likely. I think if the Knicks go to the NBA Finals, it's a 6-7 game series with anyone, with Denver, with San Antonio, with any of them. But I just don't think we can beat OKC. It's a bad matchup for us. Well, they're all bad matchups, but that's the worst one because those fuckers they've gotten over the line, right? So they know what it takes, and we rely a lot on Jalen Brunson. Their bigs can score, our bigs can't. You know what I mean? Wembanyama can put the ball in the bucket. Mitchell Robinson, he's just out there for offensive rebounds and 6 fouls. Hornets are cooking. Sign up LaMelo Ball for a lifetime contract, man. Keep him there. Chronic says, Brian, I think Villa are the ones falling. Yeah, I think they fall out. This is the Unai Emery tax that we talk about. You know, Arsenal Football Club went from one crazy Spaniard to another, and we have felt every bit of pain of the one crazy Spaniard to another because we went from one that got us to a final and got us punched up in the final, and one that gave us 5 years of pain. The half a year that he was in the job and won the FA Cup wasn't painful because we did win something. But it's looking long for Villa. That you at home against a 6-pointer, you score under 3 minutes and then lose 4-1. Four unanswered goals. That's mad. I think Villa end up right back into Europa. But league positions. But if they win the Champions League, they can address their PSR issues. Although we keep Slot, that might change. It might. You know what I mean? Big up to the assembled. Said the tripwire could be the international break. I can see it now. Reported that some bad luck for injured players after the international duty. The players decided to go for World Cup places. Dark Hearts, the assembled. Gabriel Zubamendi, Gabriel Jesus, you stay. And I'm not saying Jesus go because he's going to come back injured, right? And we need him for the FA Cup games when we draw Coventry and shit. Yeah, I mean, because that's who I want in the next round. You know what I mean? Like Port Vale are one of them. Now get by Mansfield and get Port Vale in the next round. Easy smealing. Ozzy Ange, big up Ozzy Ange. Afternoon, can you believe Christian from AFTV said yesterday's game that when Arsenal win the league this season under Arteta, it will be far more impressive than George Graham. You know what? At this point, they just say shit for clicks, innit? This is how you keep your job on AFTV, Ozzy Ange. They have to say shit like this. They must. And he doesn't believe that, because if he believes that, why the hell was he saying? I don't know what's worse, him saying that or this brother.
There is not currently a better manager in world football than Mikel Arteta.
When you hang out with people like that, that shit rub off on you, bro. That's why on yesterday's stream, I said, brother, this is a top Gooner free zone. There is a guy that I stream regularly with. Man starts streaming with top Gooners, and his top Gooner energy is starting to show. You know what I mean? Nope. Top Gooner free zone, but I am not. I'm not here for it, man. Yeah, man. No Boo Banana this week, man. Spurs watch along, hate along. Nah, don't do that, man. Every time Uncle Views does a hate along, it goes against us. I remember he did a hate along for the United versus Lyon game. When Lyon was damn near through and conceded 3 goals in like 10 minutes. People really think grassroots and pro level are vastly different on the field. A shit cross at most level is a shit cross. Poor defending is a good attack is a good attack. You know what annoys me, Joins? When I see a winger in acres of space, the box is loaded, and the winger goes to whip the ball in and hits the first man. There's not a wall in front of him. There's one defender. Man sticks his leg out. And you should be doing laps. You should get paid docked from you at the highest level of football, not at the lowest level, because those guys don't make a lot of money. It actually costs them money to play. But at the top level of football, your cross hits the first man, you should get docked. A shit cross. That's the definition of a shit cross. The box is loaded. Everyone's on their toes. People are in good positions. Right up. So no man, he wins the CL to stay. Okay, I hear it. But the thing is, right? in the Champions League format now, right? It would be a wild and crazy turn of events if for 2 years in a row Liverpool go out in the first round. Now, if you look at the matchups across the Champions League, you look at Arsenal versus the other English teams and their matchups. You would say that Arsenal, okay, like Newcastle got Barcelona, right? The chances of Barcelona winning that is massive. The chance of Gala beating Liverpool is bigger than Leverkusen beating Arsenal. Chelsea got PSG. That's a bigger chance that they go out. So as good as the English teams are doing to get the 5 slots for the Premier League, it could be bad if too many of the Premier League teams go out in the first round, because Tottenham are going out. They got Atleti. Newcastle are going out. They're not beating Barca. I think they will give Barca a game, but they're not going to beat them. So if Tottenham and Newcastle are out, Chelsea go out against PSG. If that happens, I think Chelsea can beat PSG. But PSG are the world champ, or not the world champion, the current holders of the Champions League. We have to respect them as such. So can you imagine if 4 of the teams go out, or 3 of them go out, that might affect the coefficient for the teams. So if you're a Villa, you have to keep that into consideration how you approach these games, because it might not be a top 5 thing. Just food for thought. A big up to Proper Chelsea. Proper Chelsea done changed the photo. Now it's a cannon. Oh, man. I love it. Arteta got a documentary called Martin Odegaard, the leader. Is Charles Watts had something to do with that? Because I know Charles Watts had did what was it? He's writing an autobiography on Arteta and how he transformed and revolutionized the club, and now he's got to be especially nice, because the closer we get to the Premier League title, the more he wants that exclusive interview with Mikel. That's gonna sell. That's gonna take Mr. Watts to a whole nother level in the media spaces. You got to watch these, man. They got ulterior motives in that. There's an intruder alert. Intruder alert, really? I hear you. We got eyes for it. $250 for Cole, $250 million, and $1 billion for Caicedo. So I'm guessing you rate Caicedo higher than you rate Cole. But on the open market, Cole would go for more just because he scores goals. But I do think Caicedo is, that guy is top player, man. Arsenal should make a move for Harry Wilson. No cap. He is clutch. He's been playing well this season. Fulham has gotten some bad breaks go against them. Most of the games that I watch Fulham, they're in the game. I don't think I've seen a lot of blowouts for Fulham this year, except for the Man City away. The Man City at home fixture, Man City scored 5 goals. It's usually a blowout. It was a 5-4. Like, they stay in games. They just can't see out games. Unless it's Tottenham. Yeah, man. Big up Mateo, man. Love, bro. No BBK. They can only say what they think. That's a completely different show entirely. Okay. I got you. Come on, man. If the cross goes into the box and a defender don't block the wages, dock him wages too. Football isn't black and white like that. This ain't Sunday League. If the cross gets into the box and my defender don't block him. Okay, I got you. But what I'm saying is that it annoys the shit out of me, because coach used to make us run laps for this when you can't beat the first man. So everyone just made gut-busting runs to get into the box, and then we get in the throw. You know what I mean? It's crazy. And just like that, I think I've gotten through the comments. Unless they've stopped coming. Because I don't know, YouTube be doing a madness as of late. Yeah, well, big up, man. 31 likes and counting. Big up to Home Slice. Big up to Sheldon for that. Big up to Home Slice. It's going good. It's going good, Home Slice. There's a little bit of daylight between us and City that makes me feel a little better, but I'm still not ready. Basically, like yesterday I said, we've won there was a battle. There was a firefight, right? There was a shootout. It was the battle of Matchweek 29. But the Premier League campaign still goes on. and we haven't won the war yet. So advantage us. We landed a heavy punch. You know, we have secured some strategic assets. You know, we've got an airfield. We've got an endless supply of fuel. We got all our equipment, all the ammo. We got some food, some MREs. And we can push on to fight another battle, because we got to stack up for that major battle that we're going to fight on April 18th against these bunch of big blue sharks that are swimming around. You know what I'm saying? And then, yeah, Spurs being at the bottom of the table, I'll keep an eye on their score today. And there's, come on, Palace. Palace, you have to. Make London proud, Palace. If you want to be endeared in the faithful, we hate them, man. Chelsea hate them, man. Just put them out of their misery, especially with the win that West Ham had yesterday. Put them right on their heels, you know. And I'm just thinking about the results that gone against West Ham. You know, close games like they were leading the United game and drew. Sesko scored a late goal. Big up to United. You know, big up to Wahaha, our brethren. You know, United went from being known as Grimsby FC to go on a good run on the Carrick. You know, yesterday someone made a comment that made me chuckle when they said, "Man, United are so used to playing one game a week. You give them 2 games a week and they shit the bed." I thought that was just a cool, cheeky dig. I never drink Kool-Aid the assembled. Never, ever. Ever, ever. Ever drink Kool-Aid. Lemonade, but never Kool-Aid. We're coming to yours next. Everton away is their away record. Well, you know, I think we have the second best or the best home record. I know we have the best road record, especially with the 3 points we just picked up at the Amex. Everton is going to be a hell of a game. I'm not going to lie. It's another banana skin, right? We looked at, I'm saying 4-0 go into the Wolves game, like we're going to slap these men up, and then we end up dropping points. And we scored early in the Wolves game. I'm thinking my 4-0 is on. 2-0, okay, we're going to go ahead and run away with this, end up dropping points. I'm not going to pick nowhere near a 4-0, predict a 4-0 when we play Everton. But at 90 minutes, if it's 4-0, I'm not surprised, because this team has it in them to blow teams away. We choose not to play a certain way, because you can see that once the game got to the 80th minute yesterday, Mikel wasn't trying to kill that game off. I was just trying to get out of there with the 1 win. You know what I'm saying? We're gaining more and more position on the enemy. Charlie's going down. Yeah, strategically, you know, we're doing bounding overwatch. We're doing our rock march. We rest when we need to. But we got to stack up for one last big offensive, because City are going to react to this draw, which feels like a loss. Because we talk about the draws that kill you. That draw yesterday could be the one that killed them, because I believe the draw at Molineux killed us, because I gave up. And then Man City did a 1-up at home. You know? But then the ball is in our court. Maybe we should do like simultaneous kickoff. They kick off, we kick off. Because it seems like when they play first and lay the gauntlet down, we kind of panic a little bit or be a little nervous. And you can see that the team is nervous at times. Timber talked about it publicly that they need to learn how to deal with it, but you can see it in their play. Timber didn't look any kind of nervy in the beginning of the season, or the first 24, 25 games. Now it shows. You know? But we win the Premier League. Tottenham goes down. I don't think we could ask for more. You are a greedy son of a bitch if you are an Arsenal fan. If we win the Premier League, win the EFL Cup and any other trophy, and Tottenham get relegated, then you're asking for more. That is the damn near a perfect season. But if I had to pick the question that I put in the thumbnail, or the statement that I put in the thumbnail, Arsenal defense versus Man City's attack, yeah, I'm going to lean towards the defense, because we know that we can score goals. Regardless of the manager's tactics, we know that we have it in us to score damn goals. But being able to stop a team from scoring on you is very difficult. And we've done that, right? And we've done that while scoring the same amount of goals as the Man City's attack. I think we're both on 59 goals. They've conceded 27. We've conceded 22, I think. Right? So I would, in that regard, I would lean to our defense could possibly carry us to the title over Man City's attack. Because their attack yesterday gave them, all the possession in the world. We had 40% possession of the ball and still left with the 3 points. So I'm here. Now, even is anyone here putting money on Tottenham winning the championship when they go down? Because I'm not. They wouldn't even win that. Imagine the top 6 club in the championship. How did they even get into the top 6 conversation? That's Daniel. Like Arteta's biggest trick at Arsenal is when he convinced the masses of the fan base that the banter era was over. He did that, right? Daniel Levy's biggest trick was that he tricked Tottenham into believing that they were a big club. And then the players go to the other big clubs around the world, and then they end up with players like Xavi Simons and players like Matthias Tell and shit. These aren't the players who are going to get you over the line. And today they lose. I'm praying for a loss. Like, we need this. Kool-Aid is gross. I can't lie. They got some good flavors. You need to get that Cunha track and play it when United fumble. They just got their foot put back on the ground because they were getting carried away for a bit. Carrick ball. And essentially what Carrick did he just had the guys start doing the basics, right? And when you get footballers to do the basics, top footballers to do the basics, they do the basics well, you look better. Emery was out here trying to reinvent the wheel, trying to reinvent football, talking about it's not the system like he thinks he can bring Portuguese football to the Premier League. Like, brother, come on now. Do better. Because nothing changed. It's not the system, guys. No, it's not the system. It's you. By default. And did anyone see that Man City scored from a set piece yesterday? No one gave a fuck. Rodri, Ballon d'Or Rodri, mentality monster Rodri, scored from a set piece and was running around like a madman. I don't hear anyone say, why is he celebrating so hard like he just won the league? You see? One standard for Peter, one standard for Paul. And I don't want to hear just, it's because they're winners. Motherfucker, none of that. Your Ballon d'Or didn't help you yesterday, did it? Scored from a set piece. We had beat fucking Brighton with a set piece yesterday. It's leading news. Come on now. We have energy for everyone. We keep our own manager and our own club accountable. We ain't gonna let them man off the hook. Grape Kool-Aid is my shit. Hey, big up to Monster, man. Like the orange. I was saying to Waffle Down the other day, I think City will slip up before Arsenal as well. And so said, so done. So, Slice, we need you to put more of that energy in the world. The same way I need you to put more of the Tottenham getting relegated energy in the world. Yeah? These things are connected in the universe. Put it out there. Let's hope that Nuno Espirito Santo, the next game when Man City go to the London Stadium, has the most resolute performance ever. And you see man like Somerville cutting through him and, looking like a prime R9 out this bitch. That's what I want to see. I'm asking all Arsenal fans, do you want Man City to go through? Nope. Because if they go out, they can concentrate on the league. You know what? They looked pretty focused yesterday on the league, Brian. Because that attack that they put out, man, it was blistering, bro. You put the best DM in the world in Rodri, holding in front of Gay, he was one of the top defenders in the league. Yeah? And then you put Cherky, Arlen, Semenyo, Foden in front of him to go attack and kill off Forest, and you break the deadlock and still don't leave with it. They were pretty focused. It's just their attack versus the Arsenal defense. One got the job done, one for shit the bed. On most days, Man City win that game and see it out. On the one-off, it happens. On most days, our defense sees out games. Yesterday was a proof of that. Some games against Wolves, you shit the bed. It happens. Are West Ham bigger than Spurs is a serious discussion that needs to be had. The biggest trick that Daniel Levy pulled off is when he convinced them, man. I'm here. I think I don't know how he did it. Big up, man. Big up the Static with only one R. Now, he uses two A's. He used one R, but he uses two A's. Good at SC. So I'm T. Aaron, and then Aaron Talks Arsenal. Yeah, I don't do the SC. That's his own little niche, you know. We need Nketiah in the room tonight. Their defense is in trouble. Pay for it. Is Mateta still injured? 32 likes. License subscribe. Big up, man. I noticed the flag and badges. Are you ex-Army? Home Slice, I'm going to ask you to lean in for a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and slap you. How long, brother? Do you not watch the... I'm just joking, man. Yes. I am ex-Army as of recent. I just retired on 1 March. So what's today? March 5th. Oh, shit. Today's my anniversary, y'all. Yeah, today I've been, damn, I got to go plan a dinner. But yes, ex-Army, 24 years, Chief Warrant Officer 4. That's my plaque there. Big you up, man. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Big up to Cape, Top Guna Extraordinaire, Mikel Arteta's lead counsel, my guy. BBK, I'll be honest, in the summer we have to cut ties with Gyökeres and get a real bad boy number 9. Ooh, shit. These are strong words, you know, Cape. He is so meaty, and that's being nice. But as long as he's a gunner, I'll back him also. You know what, Cape? This is what I don't understand is, right, how long has Gyökeres been at the club? Has Gyökeres been here 6 months? He got here, what, July? So the season started in August. So Gyökeres has been here 6 months, roughly. I can't have you ready to throw a yuck out after 6 months, but you have energy for Mikel, who's been here for 6 years. That's my problem. I don't think Gyökeres is great, but I don't think our system has helped him. It seems as though most attackers that come to Arsenal struggle. You know, we've seen Eze. Eze doesn't look like the Crystal Palace Eze consistently, but we know that he has it in him. Every time he goes on international duty or he's given a chance to play, he bangs. You know, we've seen Jesus come from City. He hasn't went to another level. Saka has maintained his level. Trossard maintained. Martinelli has peaked. Odegaard, less said, the better. The attacking players, Havertz, none of them actually kicked on and taken that next step. You know, I think the way we play football is not conducive to banging goals. Right? Fucking Unai Emery got 22 goals out of Aubameyang in a golden boot. You know what I mean? And then the next year, his goals got cut in half. There's something now. Big up to Cape. I saw you on the was that Never a Foul? Saw Cape on Never a Foul, and Cape reiterated a point that I've been making for time. So big up for that. Big up for that point when you said, because I've asked the question: if Arteta gets over the line, does he double down and play this football? Because you don't change a winning formula, right? We're asking him to win trophies. We're not paying Mikel to play beautiful football. We're asking him to win. So if he wins and do what the hell we've asked, we have to shut the fuck up. If he delivers the trophy, we have to shut up. So when he wins, will he double down or will he change? It's a serious question because I do believe that there's a conversation there. This is why I wanted us to win the league by match week 30, whatever. And the opportunities were there for us to win it. Because in the event that we got to match week 36 and we've won the Premier League, have it secured, and we're still playing stinky football for the past 2 games, then for the remaining 2 games, then we know that it's a matter of, it's not that he doesn't want to play attacking football, it's because he can't. And the United at home, Liverpool at home, Forest away, G-Tech Stadium, Wolves away, those 5 games robbed us of that opportunity to see that, because I do believe if we had maximized in those games, Premier League title done. I don't think those guys would have even had the energy to try to go win at Anfield. If we had blitzed Man United and beat Liverpool, the way we handled Sunderland, Bernardo Silva, they would not have the energy. They would have given up at Anfield, and the title would have been ours. And now, pressure off, you would see, man, would be playing some wicked football, and maybe Gyökeres wouldn't look so meaty. The thing with Gyökeres, I do believe that Gyökeres has never pretended to be this world beater, link-up play type stuff. He is a bully, run through on goal, play me through, and I'll score. Like, we have the link-up guys. Jesus is one of the best at the link-up. Jesus can play left. I believe he can be a 10. He's that good on the ball. He just can't score goals. We have Havertz, we have Mikel Merino, all these link-up guys. Gyökeres is a completely different profile, and I think we can use him better. But I hear you. I don't love Gyökeres more than I love the club. It's the same energy for him. And then maybe under a different manager, if Mikel wins 3 years from now, if Mikel goes, a different manager comes in, he may not want Gyökeres, and that's fine. You know? Big up, man. More dapping going through. Home slice, getting this dash from Cape. If Spurs go down to the other 23 clubs, we will see them as a big scalp in the championship. Will be tough for them. And this is the thing. The championship is a lot more physical than the Premier League. You think James Maddison is up for 46 games in the championship? Hell nah. That boy could barely get up for 38 games in the Premier League when he left Leicester to drown. And Leicester came right back up. So they had enough in that squad to win and stay up. Yeah. I need the oh shit. The Q word. I almost said it. I need the Q word this year. So anyone that's not relating Arsenal hating on us after that just looks like a real fool. The Q word, you know, right? The Q word scares me. Honors and manners for man like Jaggers in the building. Big up, my brother. Let Jah be praised. Well, I pray for our blessings to rise. Yes, man. Big up. Listen, people. Belly full, but they're starving. Bambara squad. Belly full, but they're starving. Our belly full, but Tottenham starving. I didn't say it. Mr. Silk said it. Mr. Garnett himself. If you think about it, Arsenal is like a Navy SEAL unit led by a hyped-up rookie Army Reserve member. Too much quality for him not to succeed, despite how little the experience he has. That's it. Yeah. The thing is, right? A group of badass Navy SEALs can only be led by a Navy SEAL. But yeah, the reference is calm because this is why the balance would be off. The mission would still get done, but in a different way, because those guys are just that damn good. You know, big up to the legendary Godfrey. Hope you're a good man. Joins, go ahead. You know the deal, my friend. You know what you got to do right now. Just go ahead, put your phone up, pick your phone up, and pull it in. Lean in for a little bit, and go ahead and hold that slap. Everything but that. Oh, nah. I said I used to be a male stripper, you know. Blacks, it's a nasty one. Hey, man, thank you for your support, Home Slice. Good time, man. It's a young man's game now, you know. Been 24 years, and now it's time for me to just relax. Squeaky bum time at the bottom of the table. West Ham Forest closing in on Spurs. I'm loving it. Talk about pressure at the top. Yeah, right. Them, man. The Great Escape. Now, there's a story we started to run yesterday after the massive result from Wolves. Like, can Wolves stay up now? They're going down. I'm sorry. It's 16 points. And this 16 points after 30 games. I'm sorry. They're going down. And I hope they take Spurs with them. The Spurs plays Wolves again for the rest of the season. I don't even know, but I would love to see that. I ain't rate him at all, you know. It's time at Sporting. I hear you. KP. Yeah. I have so much hate for Gyökeres. This is ridiculous. But I tell you what, when Gyökeres banged in that goal against Tottenham, I never seen KP smile that hard. Young scored. But KP, could Nani have gotten a run out yesterday for Saka? We need to fix our rotation or the lack thereof. Nani doesn't get a run out against Chelsea. You know, Mikel robbed them of that opportunity. We get the 3 points, so we think it's all good. But if you're Nani and you sit there, you have to think about his mental makeup and make sure that he stays locked in. How do you make a player that's not playing locked in? You know, you have to give him minutes. I think Nani could have given us some a outlet yesterday on the right because Saka looked tired. And you had another sub. He only used 4 subs yesterday. And I think we had another sub to use again in the Chelsea game. And if you're Nani, you're sitting there like, boss, these men were booing me every time I touched the ball at Stamford Bridge. Put me in so I can go run at fucking Cucurella or whoever they had at left back. Because Saka did look tired, you know. He waits until Zubimendi's damn near on one leg to sub in Norgard. Like we just get the rotation, just tighten that up. Give yourself the best possible chance for the running right. Dot every I, cross every T, and just get back to the form where no team was scoring goals against us, man. Want us to get back to that. Kate doesn't love the yuck. Mikel is a top-class manager, soon to be the best in the world. With the eyes. And with that, KP has immediately got a phone call from AFTV because the job is open because they have just fired this guy.
There is not currently a better manager in world football than Mikel Arteta.
That's the Korean version of KP, y'all. Hey, KP is the Nigerian version of that, brother. I said soon to be the best in the world. I see the sarcasm because unless Pep told you he's going to retire and coach basketball, Pep is still the top dog. Facts. Too many duds have been at this club for years. Yuck has to be tossed at blocks. Bro needs to just sit up top and do nothing. I don't think he does nothing. I think he offers the team something. Now, if against who we got there? Against Everton, if Havertz starts up top or Jesus starts, I'm not bothered. Not. But you must win because you started Havertz up top. You started Jesus up top, and it hasn't led to a Premier League title. This year is the best chance you have at winning the Premier League title, starting Gyökeres. You would think that Gyökeres' 10 goals haven't really helped us. Of course it has. Yuck has taken us to our first final. Oh, shit. Talk to him, Joins. Talk to him. What has Kai and Jesus done for you? When did Kai get... Kuyp was made the highest paid Arsenal player before he even kicked the ball for us. Yeah, I know you don't hate him. Just call him football player. He is not the greatest footballer. He's not. He is not... I've always said, right, Arsenal Football Club... When the conversation is being had for the best strikers in the world, we need to be involved. Now, you're not going to get... When Thierry Henry was here, it's a given, right? It's the best player we've ever seen play in this Premier League. We look at him, the best strikers in the world, he's in the conversation. When we had Van Persie, best strikers in the world, he was in the conversation. Now, even Aubameyang wasn't one of the best strikers in the world, but he is a level down from Van Persie, but he was still a top striker. I don't think Arsenal, if we're talking about the best right backs in the world, yes, we can talk. The best center backs in the world, we got something to say. One of the best midfielders in the world, we can talk. But the striker, Gyökeres has never been that. He will never be that. But he is useful. The same way I think Gyökeres is useful. The same way I don't think Odegaard is useless. I think Odegaard has value to the team if you just allow him to play. Take the armband off of him and just let him play. Get him out of this safe pass thing where he feels like he needs to get everyone involved and put Eze on the pitch with him as the 10 while he's the 8. And you put Declan in front of the best defense in the Premier League, I think Odegaard can be useful. Then it's not easy for teams to mark him out of a game. And if teams try to mark Odegaard out of a game while Eze is on the pitch, Eze has space to cook. Or vice versa. If they try to mark Eze out the game, Odegaard will have space. Gyökeres is so ass. It stops being funny in December. He is the senders of strikers. Like, this is the thing. Sheldon has never been shy about his thoughts on Gyökeres. And Gyökeres right now has emerged as a Arsenal player who splits opinion. Kind of like Bruno and Enzo at Chelsea and Man United, respectively. This happens. But we have quite a few problems at Arsenal Football Club. I don't think Gyökeres is the biggest one. I don't. I think our left wing needs more addressing than the strike force. You know, I do. He will triple down. The Assemble says, and what is the common denominator in the destruction of Arsenal Football Club as an attacking force? And that's the uncomfortable conversation. And shameless plug, uncomfortable conversation, 7 p.m. tonight on Arsenal Revolution TV. We will be there. As we will take the positives. We will love and enjoy that we're 4 points clear if City win their game in hand. Fully back in our hands. It's all back in our hands. We've been given another opportunity. Yeah. At some point, the opportunity is run out. We talk the only person that opportunity waits for is E. Ross. Like E. Ross is somewhere right now taking advantage of those opportunities. That's why we haven't seen him in days. But we're here when Broski returns. But uncomfortable conversations. How many more opportunities? Well, hopefully this is the last one. Remember when Mikhail said this is where we want to be? Maybe he was onto something. I don't agree. I want to be as far away from Man City as possible. If we win the league, Mikhail has to change the style, and the players got to start playing brave when win the league. And that's the thing. There's something about being a Premier League champions. You'll move differently. So I wanted to see that mid-season. Take care of the business, get it done, and then for the remaining games, let's see how it goes. But now we have to wait until next year, even if we win the league. Big up to Godfrey. Hope Godfrey is good, man. Told us, hey, big up to Gunarican, man. Hope you're good. There's Cape. Make sure you go check out Cape later at 10 p.m. UK time, people. We'll get your top Guna fix. Listen to Capes make great videos, y'all. Especially his pre-record stuff is really good. Does a lot of research before he does his videos on players. Cape is a good brother. It's just his love for Mikhail sometimes taints his judgment just a bit, you know, because he really loves Super Duper Mick. Spurs will drop this. Man says Spurs will drop the soap, you know, expeditiously. Oh my God. I just know them men aren't built for 46 games of rug and tug. They're not. They're soft. Them soft. Spurs in the championship, they're not winning that, bro. Them man can barely, they struggle to play 38. The 46 is going to kill them. Yeah. The thing is, the old attack stinks. Arteta is good with fine-tuning the defense. Now get the attack flowing. Yeah, the defense is really good. He is a really good, and maybe that's just what it is, right? Maybe he is just an elite defensive coordinator, and it stops there. A striker with Yuck's athletic profile should relish 1v1 situations against defenders. He's been good enough in that domain against Chalobah, for example. Yuck needs a signature performance. That's what he needs. You know, like we see Yar Pedro scored a hat-trick yesterday, and he's the greatest thing now. I've seen him in conversation for the signing of the summer. Signing of the summer, you know. Like, seriously. I think Chelsea are underperforming with the money spent. We beat up Mikhail for 1 point whatever. Chelsea are at 2.5. So that was a signature performance from Yao Pedro. We need a signature performance from Yao. That's what we need. And then the narrative was shit, because the narrative changed like that over Yao Pedro, because he was shit against us, shit against the team they played before that, and shit against the team that played before that. Scores a hat-trick against Villa. He's the best thing. Yeah. It's sad how the word Gooner is cooked now. Once we win, now Gooner is not cooked. It's the top Gooner. The top Gooner is cooked. Everyone wants to be a Gooner. It's the top Gooner. There's the whatever the club says is gospel. We're just gonna take it and run with it, and man, don't think for themselves type. Yeah, that energy is, you know, the sheep mentality we don't like. But tell you what the fuck, man. This guy. I'm so proud of Yuck when he scores a very nice goal. He needs a signature performance. I think he does. And if that signature performance is a Premier League clincher, what they gonna say now? You know what I mean? What would they say then if y'all goes to the Etihad, yeah, and just does a complete madness in match week 33? He goes there and cooks everybody. Bangs at the Etihad, and everyone is like, yo, where was this performance at? No one will be saying sell him then. We'll be like, now that the team is going to collectively play better, that we are Premier League champions, let's go for it. Gyökeres you're gonna see Yuck drop his shoulders and go just go past, man. Maybe not still. That's not his makeup. But I think if he gets to 15 to 18 goals this year and we win the Premier League, we'll kick on. We I don't want to say owe him because I don't do the entitlement thing, right? But we all collectively, Calafiori last year was his first year in the Premier League. We gave him time to adjust to the Premier League and see how we would go. And this year he started better than he was last year. I got the same energy for Zubimendi. Zubimendi's been criticized this year. He's given us some goals away. He's cost us some points here and there. But I'm saying, like, yo, it's his first year playing the hardest position in the toughest league. There was going to be some adjustment. And in games, Zubimendi has had man of the match performances this season for us. But he's also had some shit performances for us. You know what I mean? Big up everyone watching, man. Big up. The numbers are fantastic. I love it. Big up to the silent listeners, them and everybody. I understand. But big up. So let's keep the same energy for York. Different league, a title-winning team with huge amount of pressure. We know that pressure matters. We're grown football connoisseurs. We know that pressure matters, right? It was pressure that made Liverpool shit the bed yesterday or the day before. Like playing Forest at home in October is different than playing them the back end of the season. And Man City found that shit out yesterday. The hard way. And yeah, I think Madueke could have gotten a few minutes. He needs those minutes, KP. He needs to be match sharp. He's match fit, but it's not like Saka was out there cooking everybody. I know he scored, but that was in the 8th minute. You can bring Noni on in the 78th minutes. Bukayo, you got the 70 minutes of football in your legs. It's the team. Let's use this big squad that we have. We're gonna need everyone, all hands joined for these next 8 games. I think it's just squeaky bum time. It's tough because 1-0 up and you want nothing silly, and Mansfield, everyone can get a rest and rotation. Yeah, if Saka had pulled up, he would have had to call on Nani. That's my problem with it. It seems as though guys only get called up on when it's injury. Like the rotation will prevent the injuries. And I think he can do a better job there. And I think if Mikel is going to be completely honest with us, if we were to sit down and have a candid one-on-one, heart-to-heart or whatever, he would admit that he could do better with rotation. Saka Eze was tired, so he should have brought on Nargard way earlier. He should have. And we're in match week 30, and he's still making these mistakes is why I get pause. Pun intended, Kate. As of late, not many strikers. All the way back to Suarez, yeah? Yeah. I want to keep Glock 14. I want him doing no build-up. Yeah, I don't want him doing any build-up. I liked him so much before he came. Black says seen enough. Arteta probably my all-time favorite footballer, especially when he was playing for Everton. Go ahead and slap you just for that slice. Brother, that's the levels. We went from TT to him. We should have kept those levels. Keep us the best strikers in the world. We need to be involved. Question for everyone. If we were to get one striker this summer, who would it be? Great question. I would go for Julian Alvarez. I think that guy got 31 GA playing second fiddle to Erling Haaland. You know what I'm saying? Bro knows he's too good to sit behind Haaland, but know that he wasn't good enough to get ahead of him. And he seems like the type of player that would thrive in a Mikel system, a utility knife. You know, play multiple position. It's so weird that most of the attacking players, the only one that doesn't play multiple position is the guy that he chooses as his captain. Because Odegaard is a midfielder and take up residence on the right-hand side of the damn pitch. That the 23-24 season, Odegaard, Saka, Benjamin White triangle on the right side was damn near unplayable. All our goals came down that right side because Martinelli had a bad season that year. But I think Julian Alvarez, he can play the 10, he can play second striker. Right, I'd go get that motherfucker. I think he's a bad boy. I think he's a very good player, says Home Slice. The problem is, men are looking for the best player, the most expensive tools to do the simple job. This is a great point. When you just need a suitable tool to do a job. Speaking of tools, give me Julian Alvarez, bro. I rate that boy. Rice, Odegaard, and Eze, I think we will see in certain games. I think if we start this, no, it's very rare that a team will keep a clean sheet against, unless all three of them are off. Because they're on too many instances, I will see Declan Rice break up the play, pass the ball to Odegaard or to Zubimendi, and then 2 passes later, the ball is back at David Raya's foot. Eze is progressively thinking that way. Pass the ball that way. Go that way with it. Ethan does the same thing, goes that. Maybe that's why Arteta doesn't fancy him. They're too direct. And when you're so direct, it comes with risk. What's the like count, people? What we talking about? Are we nowhere near it? Are we nowhere near it? Are we getting there? It's cool. Once we get to 20, I don't ask for much. I don't ask for super chats. I don't ask for an exorbitant amount of likes. 20 will do. But when we have numbers like this, it's cool to get to 50. Trossard and Martinelli to go. I'm not trying to see that duo again next season. I don't have any issues with that either, Godfrey. I think Trossard has ran his race. The fact that we gave him a bumper contract might be problematic. Listen. He comes from Sweden. The girls are very nice. Dun, 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 dun. Funny thing that Glock used to play with 2 10s. That's fact. But either side, so yeah, drifting wider and deeper. Yeah, he was just ball is turned over, get me going that way. Man, really out here blame the new players that's been giving us our best run, whilst your favorites are holding bench. Make it make sense. Blame the guy doing the work. Yuckerest. Give me Yuckerest. No parts of Eddie. Nope, we're not. I really don't think we're not. I take you back to the Villa game where Eze gets subbed at halftime, but then he brings on Yuckerest. Like, who the hell is going to get him the ball? So now it seems like Yuckerest was just being on to be a defensive striker. That's the cheap question. Trossard and Martinelli could ball out in the World Cup as they could. Yeah, they could. I think Martinelli would cook in the Serie A. Earlier when I talked about man like Lookman and Gisa and McTominay and full of shit and all these man. I think Martinelli would bang in even a Conte system as a wing back, because Mikel loves his defensive duties and he has the pace and the engine to go up and down, Your defensive. Watch Eddie look like Eddie Dino tonight against Tottenham, Run that man ragged. 41 likes. We had 70. We even got up to 80 people watching. Bro, that's a record for BBK Sports, without a raid, Or did someone raid us? Did someone raid us and I didn't acknowledge? I don't think so. We're doing well. And this all courtesy of all of you people. You are feeding the algorithm, and I thank you. Thank you for your time, and thank you for being here. João Pedro always been a real shooter at Brighton in the 10. I figured he'd cook in the 9 still just based off his tech. He has tech. But Chelsea fans were shitting on him 2 days ago, and then yesterday he's the greatest thing ever. That's just how quick it changes. And if York scores a hat trick for us, it's going to be the same shit. I'm on a crusade to prove to the world that football fans in particular, that we are more alike than we are different. Everyone seems to think it's only Arsenal fans that shit on their players then gas them. No, we've seen witnesses. We have witnesses in the spaces yesterday. Signing of the season, they're calling him. 3 days ago, he was shit. It don't matter if any of our forwards have a signature game. The next game, they'll have 0 shots because of the coach. We will never know how our goals will come. I will always pass. And that's the thing. If the big performance is the title clincher, surely the performances, the subsequent performances has to be off the same level. You're taking the pitch as a Premier League champion, getting guard of honor settings, and you go out there and you throw your ass around. Pause. You know what I mean? Impossible for our forwards to go hard not under this coach. You know, as we look forward, I'll pause there for a second. And as we look forward to the remaining 8 games for Arsenal Football Club in the Premier League, I will draw your attention to that. A lot of the people around us have a game or two more than us because we played the Wolves games early. But only 3 of our remaining 8 games are away from the Emirates. I'm feeding the Kool-Aid now. Only 3 away games remain in the Premier League for Arsenal. And 2 of those 3 games are in London. It's West Ham away and Palace away on the last day. Every other game in the Premier League are home games. Advantage us. This is why yesterday was big. Fallout from Matchweek 29. Because there are people who have fallen out the top 4 race, top 5, and have fallen into relegation fodder. 5 games. 5 home games remain. 3 away. The away games we have left, trip to the Etihad, the main one. But the other 2 in London. The other 5 all at the Emirates. I think that bodes well for us. Genuinely think team splits up when we win the Prem. I know Saliba, Cal, Jesus, and a couple of others will leave. I don't think Calafiori will leave yet. Nor Saliba. I think Jesus might. Yeah. Gyökeres scores the winner at the Etihad and no one remembers his poor play. 100. And I'm here for that. I couldn't care less about the league. We were supposed to be in a title, but scoring 4 goals yesterday gives me hope for all the other competitions. I tell you what, you get by PSG, that would be a huge confidence booster, Brian. That might be the damn catalyst for the snowball effect. Because if you can beat PSG, which you already had in the summer, but that was a different setting. This might be a grudge match for them, and they might approach this differently. 2 legs, yeah? And the second leg is at their ground. But I do believe if you get by PSG, who can't you beat? But getting PSG in this round of 16 is tricky. And our Liverpool mates will confirm it. Yeah. He doesn't like Arteta. He's at Arsenal for the title and the title only. I think he likes London, and I think he likes 200K. I mean, if Real Madrid comes for him, he goes there, he makes the big money, but we'll get some money for him too. He just signed. I don't think he leaves yet. Maybe. Yeah, he gets 2 Premier League titles, maybe. Yeah, I can hear that shot, Godfrey, 100%. We could use Nani's pace and energy. We could. And you could use Nani being selfless, being part of the team. You have to make these guys know that they are a part of the journey. I don't think the levels would have dropped that much between Saka and Nani. Saka hasn't been great this season. To the point where the minutes are starting to look goddamn lopsided like Zubimendi and Norgard. I don't think Saliba has to win another title to run his body. Honestly, he's given so much. He needs to move on with his career. I don't even know what his injury is. I don't think it's serious. I think he might even start at the weekend against Mansfield to just be the senior player. I think Gabriel will get a rest at the weekend. I don't know what the fitness issue is with Benny Blanco, but you could see a Benny Blanco right back, a Mascara, and a Saliba partnership. Calafiori at left back, Skelly in the midfield like he was supposed to start against Wigan. Skelly in the midfield with Norgard. I'd even play Max in that game with Nani and Jesus. Must rotate. Black said, I want Alvarez, also Krupi from Bournemouth as a backup. Yeah. What do you men think of the guy from Brentford, Thiago? Everyone, I'm like, I want to see another. We've all seen guys who have a good year, right? Maybe another year of him doing this. But not yet. I think Alvarez has a body of work that would justify an 80 million pound price tag. Speaking of Ethan, he missed a pen that knocked Marseille at the French Cup competition. That boy learning real fast what growing up football is like. Yeah, he needs this experience. All the positives that will come with his development, if he can get it, regardless if it's at Arsenal or away from the club, it's good for his development. I just worry that when he gets back to Arsenal, he doesn't regress. Because we play a completely different style of football, especially since what's his name? De Zerbi left. Nah, BBK just big time like that. Doing that now, man. I am right. 53 people watching right now. I can't even believe my luck. But I can appreciate you all, man. I really do. I value your time, and thank you for being here. A bad boy striker will emerge from the World Cup. Yep. James Rodriguez all over again. The World Cup tax. Got to watch out for that. We've seen it over and over. Every tournament, every Euro, we always see. Who we have away next? I'm pretty sure someone has answered that already, but the next away game is City. If you count the Wembley final, not away, but yeah, our next away game is at the Etihad. At home, our next fixtures are Everton at home, Leverkusen at home, the final, Bournemouth at home, then City away. And most of them are in London. Yep, 100. These guys are more nervous at home. That's what's that word? Yeah, that expectation instead of treating home like a vibe and party. Now maybe next year the home vibe could be a party when these guys, they get over the line. I think the players, even if Arteta's tactics are the same, the players will feel themselves a lot better stepping onto the pitch as Premier League champions. They played scared instead of treating the home games like a party vibe. I hear it. Does Mikel Clouseau seem like he party animal type of person? Yeah, it's not, Purple patch, yeah? I'm here for it. Benny Blanco getting offered to Barca by Arteta. Offer him to Atletico and some cash for Julian Alvarez. Oh Lord, Mateo with his fucker again. I don't want. If go down to the clinic and y'all both get tested. Yeah, if you're gonna turn into Officer Raw Dog, make sure you both go down there and get tested. I've been saying the City team ain't the same. They're not the same, but the City team went to Anfield and won. We've seen title-winning City teams go to Anfield and lost. We've seen title-winning City teams go to Anfield and not win. This shit version of them went there and win because we gave them the belief because we didn't do our business. Had we been 10 points clear, I'm hearing LB say it, I'm hearing Dap say it, all these men were saying, yep, I do think if we drop points we didn't win that game at Anfield, it was over. And the thing is, right, how we were talking about Gyökeres earlier? A point that just popped into my head. Do you see how good that Sesko looked against Everton and Sesko has looked when he's been getting service? Then you look at yesterday's game versus Newcastle, and then you see Sesko not getting any service, and you see how shit he looks. Now, to the people who say Sesko has taken, he's a good footballer, maybe he is. But yesterday he was out there and he wasn't getting service, and you see how bad he looks. That's Gyökeres. That's what's happened. I'm saying it happens. Yeah. I think you take your ass down there and y'all both side by side, y'all get tested. the EDC clinic for all the something that you don't want to get. And then don't clap cheeks until you are sure. The best World Cup matches will be from non-favorite nations. You mean like the bottom feeders? I can see it. Some of those games are going to be dead rubber, though. Like Cape Verde and some other teams, you're like, oh, shit, man. But you get to the round of 16, you might start to see some actual, heavy hitters match up. Oh, Jesus. No. Nope. Don't be doing that. Don't be doing any of that shit, man. But we see Man City. We see City had a brilliant draw. We saw Arsenal have an ugly win. And the fan base is giddy again. I can't wait to hear Tony Claude's thoughts after this Matchweek 29's results, because he is the guy that was on We're Walking This League to the guy. His chest went all the way back in, Tony Claude, I'm talking about. When we dropped points to Wolves, his chest went all the way back in. Now it's fully out again. So if you have the stomach for it, ladies and gentlemen, you can know that Tony Claude is going to go full giddy right now. You saying Sesko better than y'all? No. I'm saying look at Sesko yesterday without service. And we'll say the same thing that we say about Gyökeres's performances. Why? Because he doesn't get the service. That's what I'm on. He didn't look good yesterday. What's the why? You have to play for him. After what Arteta does to strikers, do you really believe Sesko would be better? No. I was just using the example of you have a striker out there who relies on service, he's going to look shit, right? You can put Thierry Henry in anybody's system and he would look like Thierry Henry because he doesn't need service. I can pick the ball up on the arch, run the length of the pitch, regardless if it's open or there's 4 or 5 people in front of me. Gyökeres ain't doing that. Most people can't. Most strikers rely on service. He wasn't getting it, and he looks mid. Does that mean that they're interested? I know that. But make that one of your rule and just don't violate. Stick to your principles. I'm telling you, this is what the discipline I'm talking about. If you stick to your discipline, you'll be all right. He's in dreamland, yeah? Guys, we're walking this league. We have Victor Gyökeres. We have weapons of mass destruction. Guys, come on, Waffle Don. Come on, GI. Come on, BBK Sports. And then he just goes and just goes and just goes. Goddamn Tony, man. I love it. But you know what? We look at the stats from the Chelsea game into the Brighton game, and we rarely see Arsenal Football Club concede possession in 2 consecutive games. Normally, we have more possession than the other team. Now, is this something that we're seeing where Mikel is willing to concede possession in the form of you can't play through us? We've seen that bite us in the ass at the Stadium of Light. We've seen it bite us in the ass at Villa, at Wolves. Matter of fact, both games against Wolves, because the game we won at the Emirates, that's how they equalized. We sat back and enabled them to put. So I don't know what this 40% possession thing that he is doing now. I don't know what to really make of it, but it's kind of like the Brighton win was probably the ugliest 3 points that we've picked up all season. Not that we care, but you look at the film, you look at the tape, and you be like, against Man City, we probably can't get away with that. Right? We can't go to Manchester on April 18th and give City the ball for 80%, 60% of the time and just sit back. Right? Like we were forced to do that 2 years ago when we had the red card. And we almost won that. Well, we were already ahead in the game 2-1. They scored the last kick in that. But you do not like to see your team get outpossessed, especially at home. When Chelsea came in, had more possession, with 10 men, brother, it's not a good look. We want to see our team possess the ball and score a couple goals, yeah? Coming off the bench is not easier than starting. Coming off the bench when the game state is open is easier to play and look good. I don't know sometimes if it's easier. It's a different dynamic because sometimes you go on the field cold and you have to get up to the speed of the game. But there's also an element of it where you do, if you are a fullback, right, and you've been Trossard with his tech has been giving you problems all day, but you are able to recover when Trossard gets by because Trossard is slow. And you do that for 90 minutes. He's making you work because you still have to work because he does have tech. But then Martinelli comes on with the speed and runs you to that. As a fullback, you're like, shit, tired legs and this guy is fast. Or you can start with the Martinelli, who's going to tire out the fullback, making him run up and down the pitch. And then you bring on a guy like Trossard with the tech, who kills him because he's already tired. I've always found it difficult to go into a game as a sub. But I've also started games where I'm on the damn pitch and I feel like I'm behind the speed of the game. I'm sure it's happened to you all. Where you started and you're like, shit, man, am I out of shape? But my fitness level is not at the level. But then 50 minutes in the game, you become unstoppable because you grow into the game. You know? He's a genius. Forget common sense. I don't think we will, T. March just beat the hell out of us. Our players are gassed. They are tired. But I'm saying we've been calling for match rotation since what? Match week 9, match week 10. We're in match week 30. So 20 match weeks later, you can't get that time back. Those mileage is already in the legs. Guys are tired. Right now, you're too young for this shit. Don't even. Matter of fact, you know what? Effective immediately. I will tell you when it's time to settle down. And now is not the time. It's been a long campaign. The season feels like it's going by fast for me. I'm not gonna lie. Now, if you're Tottenham Hotspur, it probably feels like a long season. You can't wait for it to end. You know, you're sitting like, oh shit, the season's still going on. If you're at Newcastle, the team prior to that win yesterday, the season's dragging. For us, it feels like this shit is moving at a blistering pace. And that's with not playing a game for a whole week for the first time in a long time. We went from Sunday to Sunday without a game. You're not going to see much of that. So now you got guys are tiring with a run-in with a 4-point gap. And I keep saying a 4-point gap because I'm not falling into the 7 points clear thing. City are not going to drop all those damn points. You know what I mean? But I hear what you're saying, Joe. Martinelli should always start. Trossard is a super sub. Although they can be reserved, I didn't want Trossard to start yesterday's game. I'm glad he started Martinelli because I think Trossard started yesterday. He would have, the blood had rushed to his head. They boo him. He would have tried to do too much, too many cutbacks. Martinelli doesn't have a whole lot of tech, a whole bunch of tricks, so he tries to keep the game simple. Let's kick on run. I never seen Leo this gas. Not even Rice. The campaign will cost us next season. We have to capitalize on win someday. We must. And this is just club football. We have to keep in consideration that Declan, Saka, these guys are all going to the World Cup. England might make a deep run, so these guys could play 5 to 7 more games and come back for preseason. They'll get a rest. So we could be starting the 26-27 campaign with some of our top players, some of our key players, not even ready on a fitness level because they have to be given extra time to rest because it's a World Cup year. I understand. So, great point. Yeah, man. Just focus on you, my brother. You got nothing but life in front of you. It cost us in 24-25, the aftermath of 23, 24 campaigns, but I do believe maybe this year the squad is bigger, but he has to use it, innit? We were just talking about how Nani ain't getting minutes. Playing 4 competition to the end in a World Cup, Expect many injuries next year. We've had many injuries this year. BBK started to get those long streams practicing for our watch-alongs. Yeah, the watch-alongs are 3 hours minimum, isn't it? I have a 2-hour stream in me here and there. The streams are usually an hour to an hour and a half. But you know I can't leave the chat on red. I don't do that. I'm not at the level where I do a 45-minute. You ever notice like Never a Foul shows is like 45 minutes to an hour. And they get through a lot of content. Why? Because they don't read the comments. They don't give a fuck. Sometimes I see super chats go unread. I will never get to that level where I can let a super chat go unread. Someone sent me their hard-earned money, and I don't, unless it's some abuse or some shit. But these be good super chats values, and they just put them on the screen for a second and a half and flash them like they're the likes, and just move on. Because they don't. 45 minutes, a whole lot of content, no dialogue. I can't do that. I got love for the chat. I value your time. You take the time to type it. I'm gonna rock with you. Palace better do London a favor tonight. Yes, all of London is our Super Eagles. Selhurst Park. It's away, yeah? Is it an away game or is it at the toilet bowl? Let me have a look. Oh, Jesus. My foot mob screen just went black. Oh, shit. It's at Tottenham are worse at home, don't they? I think they're worse at home than they are on the road. At Palace are due for a win. They are. And I mean, come on, Eddie. I know Eddie still hates them the way they used to boo him when he turned and walked in. And they're going to boo Eddie, innit? Whenever he touched the ball, they're going to boo him because of his Arsenal ties. We got Super Maker Teta. But we also, he comes from Sweden. The girls are very nice. He jumped his girlfriend to play in red and white. That man had positive Dan, negative Dan bouncing in the parking lot. Pause. But Teo, I'm surprised he went over an hour. He's too old now. I've never got offended at an old joke. I'm an old man. I know. That's why I'm so angry and miserable. Angry, miserable. I went through my entire 30s. Didn't see my team win the league. We won the league in May of 2004. I got on the C-17 aircraft the very next day and went to Afghanistan. All those plaques you see on the wall behind me. Racked up some of them over there. Then I went through the rest of my 20s, all of my goddamn 30s. Now I'm 40 plus. So I am an old man. I embrace the old age. But tell you, let me give you the game right now. You see, 40 is the old age of youth. But 40 is the youth of old age. I won't even repeat that. I just let it simmer. 2 hours stream, Coming up on 2 hours, man. What have you made of Tudor as Spurs? Like Gianni told us he was shit, and he looks like he is shit. He looks like he's already lost the plot, and he hasn't even been there. So Glasner, if you're worth a damn, make London proud tonight. Lacroix is on a suspension, yeah? So I don't know who feels in for him, but it's Tottenham. They have nothing, man. Come on, Palace. You can't. I love him. He's a top manager. He should be a lifetime at Spurs. 46 likes. Hey, big up, man. We got 69 watching. There are 4 people who haven't hit the like yet. Please do. And thank you. Can get the 50. You're forgetting Spurs. Super Mick won the quad in March. You keep making me say that damn Q word. I'm going to start slapping, man. AHU, Arteta Hit University, says, I've always felt like I was disrespected by content creators. There's a way to manage both the same. You just got to know how to do it. Yeah, 100%, man. I pride myself. Part of it is the military discipline that I try not to be late for my streams. If I know I'm not going to make it at 7:30, I changed it to 7:45. I don't want to have you sitting here waiting on a 7:30 stream thinking I'm not. You know what I mean? It's rude. No parade. Just on March 22nd, I will be here. You know what I mean? Soundboard, alcohol, maybe a little bit of burn. We're going to be celebrating the EFL Cup. And so we'll be here. We'll have a party. We'll play some music and enjoy with stuff. But no parade. The parade, but I might even, if we get to the Champions League final, right, I'm flying to Budapest, just like I would have flew to Munich last year. And then if I fly to Munich, I fly to Budapest, I'm not flying back to the States right after the damn Champions League. I'm flying to London because I'm expecting us to win. We get to the final. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of who we get. That's a big if, but we'll see. But I'm not missing the parade. Hell no. There's a parade. I'm having it. The youth of old age, man. But yeah, enjoy your youth, man. It goes by quickly. I was 11 in 04. He was going to war. Crazy. Yeah, it was one of them ones. Speaking of war, we got one going on right now. But luckily for them, I'm out. I'm retired. This the next generation to carry that mantle. That's the KISS level bar right there. Yeah, man, it's the old age of youth. That's why Mateo thinks I'm old, because he's a youth. But the youth of old age, you know, someone who's 70 looking at me at 40 something, like, man, you don't know what it's like, you know. But I had a CW5, because the CW5s are old, right? They stay in the army till they damn near die. And he was like, yeah, Chambers, you think you're old. You're not old, man. This morning I'm driving to work and my stomach was killing me. I don't know what my stomach was hurting so bad. And then I got to work and realized that wasn't my stomach. I was sitting on my nutsack. I was like, God damn. That's old age. You're not old. The old people have the craziest stories and the funniest jokes, man. BBK, if I join the army, you should have top barracks, but hell yeah, knock them down, knock them out the park, every single one of them, bust cheeks, fast, not slow. Hell yeah, I highly recommend that. You might even find you a wife out of it. I'll find me a wife out of it. And as of today, March 5th, we've been married 16 years, been together 20. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they'll be out there. Man, dipped out. Listen, what I can say is, how can I say this without getting damn knock on my door? Yeah, I won't even say that shit. I won't even say it. That might be too much. Spurs should sign Big Sam, you know. The greatest escape ever. I think they have too much pride to do that, Brian. You know that? They might have too much pride to say. I don't even think they might have fully admitted that they're in a relegation scrap. They're just going to bank on West Ham and Forest being worse. But then Forest yesterday reminded them, yeah, we are going to fight you. And on March 22nd, when we play for a trophy, they play Forest. 6-pointer, anyone? Oh, shit. But I'm old, Guna Rican. Even if I went on another deployment, man, I'd be in a building somewhere with a bunch of high-ranking people, and I don't enjoy that. You know, when I can't be out there with the soldiers doing soldier shit, it's time for me to go. And, you know, my knees are bad, and the injuries, and I just can't keep up with these young guys. So I let them be. You know what I mean? That pause was for me. I had a pause. I said something crazy. Big Sam or Sean Deitch, if they want to stay, just make the call. Yeah, man. I hate office work. Yeah, brother. It's not for me, and I feel like a snitch telling on people, you know, evaluating, doing inspections for maintenance programs and all that. Nah, man. If I can no longer soldier, I don't want to be a soldier. It's a bar. Barracks bunnies, here you come. There you go, man. Love for that. And you know, I can do this. I can do 2 hours, but if it ain't a watch along, I can't do 3 hours. And I'm coming up on 2 hours, people. We got 54 people locked in right now, silent listening, but my legends are here in the chat. So big you all up every single time, people. You know it's all love coming from BBK Sports. You reciprocate love, I show it. Manners and respect to you all every single time. You know what I'm saying? You know what I always say, people? Take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, we are gone.
Mac, I'm gone now.
I got holes.
Fuck with your soul and ether. Teach you the king, you know you. Godson across the belly. I prove you lost the race.
Anything goes when we ride. Even with my little shorty by my side.
Oyo!
What's that?